The sun crested the horizon, spilling golden light over the dense, lush greenery of the forest. Birds chirped cheerily as Rohan trudged through the underbrush, his two black dogs trotting eagerly beside him. Their tails wagged in unison, noses twitching, each sniff a promise of adventure. Rohan paused, inhaling the crisp morning air. The weight of the world still hung heavy on his shoulders. "Let's find a spot, boys," he murmured, glancing down at the dogs. "Somewhere we can breathe." With determination, he pushed deeper into the forest, bamboo trees rising like sentinels around him. Soon, he stumbled upon a small clearing, sunlight filtering through the leaves, dancing on the ground like playful spirits. Perfect. He dropped his worn backpack and began gathering materials, his hands moving instinctively. Woof! One of the dogs barked, nudging a fallen branch with its nose. "Yeah, I see it, buddy," Rohan chuckled. "We'll need all the help we can get." He worked quickly, tying slender bamboo poles with strips of dried grass, crafting a makeshift shelter. The dogs circled him, their excitement palpable as Rohan breathed in the earthy scent of the forest. Each snap of a twig echoed around them, a rhythmic backdrop to his labor. After a while, he stepped back, admiring his handiwork. The shelter was humble, a simple frame covered with palm fronds, but it stood sturdy against the elements. Satisfied, he wiped his brow and sat on a log, the dogs flopping down beside him. "Home sweet home," he said, a faint smile tugging at his lips. Their peace was shattered by a rustling in the bushes. Rohan's heart skipped. "Stay," he whispered, his voice barely audible. The dogs looked up, ears pricked, alert. A small deer emerged, cautious yet curious. Rohan held his breath as it stepped closer, its big eyes glistening in the sunlight. "Wow," he breathed, captivated. "Brrr," one of the dogs murmured, breaking the spell. The deer bolted, vanishing into the underbrush, leaving Rohan chuckling at the unexpected encounter. "Guess we scared him off," he laughed, shaking his head. "Or maybe he's just smarter than us." As the sun climbed higher, Rohan gathered firewood, setting up a small cooking area. He pulled out a pot, filled it with water, and placed it over the newly made fire. The flames crackled, sending a plume of smoke curling into the air. "Time for some grub," he said, rifling through his backpack. "Just rice today." "At least it's something." The dogs whined, noses twitching, as he poured the rice into the pot. "Patience, my furry friends," he said playfully. "You'll get your share." As the rice cooked, Rohan leaned back, watching the clouds drift lazily across the blue sky. A sense of freedom washed over him, momentarily lightening the burden of eviction from his village. He could almost forget the landlord's harsh words, the way he had been thrown out like an unwanted guest. "Hey, you think we'll ever go back?" he asked the dogs, who stared.